everyone, it's Lori and welcome to this bonus workshop I have created here in week 1 for your Weight Loss SmackDown. Today we are going to be talking about how to generate and even more importantly, how to sustain motivation to lose weight. I know that through my own struggles and watching those of my family and friends, as well as working with my beautiful clients over these last several years, that we can want to have change, we can need to see change, and we can absolutely yearn in our very spirit for the change, but that does not always mean that we follow through with the actions to make it happen. When that happens, in the sense that nothing has happened, we can feel depressed, lose hope, feel ashamed or worthless, and have a myriad of other strong and usually lower vibrational emotions when we aren't able to bring about the change that we so desperately need. And in this case, we're actually talking about change in our weight and in the actions that we're taking or not taking surrounding creating the change we want to see. It's not usually for the lack of knowledge that we don't lose the weight that we want, and it's not usually for the lack of knowledge that we yo-yo back and forth and keep losing the same weight over and over again. I mean, there's always something new to learn, and there's definitely ways to improve our diets as we go on in our journeys, but you know that from where you are, you usually are going to have to make some changes to your diet. And you know that you're going to have to exercise and possibly make even other lifestyle adjustments. So we want to lose weight. What are we waiting for? Well, sometimes it's simply that we're waiting for a program, book, video, or webinar to help get us motivated. Something to help us establish a positive energy flow in an area that is right now stagnant or is in a definite energy drain. And when we connect to what other people are doing, like say when we jump on the latest take a shot and eat 500 calories a day diet, or a new bikini body book, or whatever we find, we're actually connecting to the energy that the person who is the creator of the product or program is putting out. We need that energy, or we think we do anyway, that's our habit, to hook us in and pull us out of that miry clay that we find ourselves stuck in or perpetually turning to. The problem comes in, though, when we're not able to sustain that positive energy flow or direction long term. Because a lot of times we're connecting to it and it's somebody else's. We can't sustain it. We may see short-term shifts or results, but the core issues aren't addressed, and therefore the symptoms will always manifest again in the body in some way. But I want you to be able to generate and sustain that energy flow for yourself. I want you to be able not only to motivate yourself at any time, but to actually motivate others. I don't want you to have to rely on trying to stumble across that new program before you can actually get started losing weight again. My goal and core intention with this program is to give you the tools that you need to create permanent and lasting change. I want that for you, and I'm committed to empowering you to be able to do that for yourself. I believe that the main key to not only achieving motivation that you need to lose weight, but to actually being able to maintain that motivation, and then even taking it a step further, helping you to be excited about taking consistent action to lose weight and make choices that help you reach your goal, is to live out your soul purpose. When you're walking out your calling, you're consistently in a state of passion and excitement about your life and what you're bringing into the world. When you're living your soul purpose, it naturally raises your personal vibration and it motivates you to be 100% in alignment with the things that you do, say, and expose yourself to. It's not just about weight loss. It's about letting your inner light shine through. It's about knowing your truth. It's about not hiding, not pretending, and being so dang exciting about what you're doing every single day that the motivation to be more, do more, and experience more keeps you very, very easily and mostly without struggle making different decisions about what you eat and your life practices. You move your body more, you're happier, your thoughts are more positive, and you tend to more easily shrug off the small stuff, and consequently, your resonance field is higher, your personal frequency is more stable, and your physical body will respond to this. So what is your message? One of the core points that I teach, in fact, I actually created week 1 of my Lifting the Veil program around this very thing. But one of the core points I teach is the fact that if you don't know where you're going, you end up not going anywhere. You'll continue to just get what you get by default in life, and you will not really have a direction or be clear in your direction, and therefore the choices you make and the people that you align yourself with, the job you do, the places you invest your time and your money may very well be in an opposite direction of where you're actually created to be. I mean, you hear it all the time. The banker turned organic farmer, the truck driver turned stay-at-home mom, the accountant turned addiction counselor, the professor turned minister. Usually you'll see that when people get into alignment with what they're actually created to do, when they walk out their soul purpose, the things in their lives will come into alignment or harmony as well. And that includes our weight. Being out of alignment or not living your life's purpose doesn't mean that what you're doing is bad or even that you aren't contributing mightily to society. What it does mean is that the choices that you make will be different. Your enthusiasm and vibrancy towards your life will be different. I want you to be a natural generator of passion and excitement living your purpose. I'm going to share with you a few powerful things that I suggest that you think about, journal about, pray about, and take action on. Do not keep doing the things that you've been doing. Make the changes that are scary. Look at what isn't working and release it without giving into any fear that you won't be upheld. Know that sometimes you can't see the next step until you step down off the one you're standing on right now. But have faith, especially if you feel it down to your bones and in your very spirit, that the step you're taking is the one that puts you closer to what you're called and created to do. So a few things I suggest and I actually practice myself. Claim your mornings. This is the most important time of the day. Pray, meditate, do the inner work that you need to do. Get up early if you have to, but set the tone of your day here in the mornings. Don't hit the ground running and spend the whole day trying to catch up and reset the tone of your experience. Get up. Claim your intentions, claim your mindset, your emotional stability, and your clarity for the day. Don't keep living by default. Decide before you're faced with situations how you're going to respond. And that happens in the mornings. So claim your mornings. Journal. Study yourself. There are so many methods out there for journaling. For people just starting journaling though, and that tend to get caught up in the perfectionism of if you're doing it right, you can do what's called stream of consciousness journaling. And that means for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever time period you set, you put your pen to your paper and you do not stop writing whatever deep or even shallow and chaotic thoughts that come to mind. You just let them flow out and be released. Even if what you're writing is, I don't know what to write, you're writing and you just don't stop writing. But you need to give yourself the outlet to let your truth come out. And your journal is a place to admit things that you may not want to admit. Bring them in the light so that you can be healed and set free. So get a journal and start the daily discipline of connecting to you. Write your own story. Use modalities to aid you. Seek out what you can learn about ways to help you heal, grow, and become more self-aware. You don't have to spend money on this. There's so much information out there on the internet just waiting for you to actually take the initiative and seek it out and then take the brave path and actually try to see if it works for you. Don't give up. Make your growth and your healing a priority. Use whatever tools you can to help you reach your goal. Speak your truth. Live authentically, 100%. Learn to be radically honest with yourself and those around you. I mean, I'm not even going to dive deep into this bonus training on this topic because honestly, this topic deserves to be its own section, but we need to look inside and see what ways we are acting, speaking, and sharing beliefs just because that's what we were taught or conditioned to think or feel. And if we were to take a closer look, we would actually find that some of these things don't line up with what we actually believe or think at all. Sometimes we're afraid of rocking the boat, but don't be. Speak your truth. When you don't, you miss out and the world misses out because no one can do you like you can. It's what you are created for. Release limiting beliefs. These are the ways we view ourselves and the world around us. Many times when it comes to like our bodies and the way we interact with ourselves, what we see and what others see are two different things. We have beliefs about our physical appearance, about the way that others see us, about what is proper, what isn't proper, beliefs about what we're capable of and what is out of our reach. We have beliefs about what emotions it is okay to feel and which emotions aren't okay. We have beliefs that go so deep that we don't even know that they're beliefs. We just take action accordingly, whether it's for our good or not. And this is so foundational. I also created my Lifting the Veil program around this because this is absolutely one of the things that keeps us stuck. We are also going to be covering some modalities to help you with this here in our Weight Loss SmackDown. We need to release these things that we believe about ourselves that keep us stuck and definitely doesn't serve us well anymore. Make peace with the past. You have to take all of your power back by releasing and making peace with your past. I am introducing a protocol in this SmackDown that will help you do this, as well as, again, my Lifting the Veil is kind of centered around this if you're wanting more tools to accomplish this beyond what we're going to learn here in the SmackDown. But you cannot keep letting your energy and your attachments be defined today by what has happened in the past. Sure, your past has helped you become who you are, but when we keep the connection to the past, to acts and to circumstances and people and traumas, it can serve as an energetic drag on us, preventing us from ever moving forward. So make peace with your past, release it, let it go, empower yourself. No pretending. This speaks for itself. Don't pretend to yourself or others. When we pretend that something is or isn't, when the opposite is true, it keeps our true needs from being met. If we're always putting our masks on, then how will we ever feel loved or connected when no one is ever connecting with the real us? They're only connecting with our masks. They can only connect with who we're pretending to be. Therefore, when we're pretending, we never end up being really seen and never really having those connections that are truly grounding. This oftentimes causes us to emotionally react either with self-destructive eating habits or storing weight as a mechanism to protect ourselves or not allowing weight loss to ever fully be finished and sustained. The same goes for your inner self-talk. Don't pretend even to yourself. Call it what it is. Bring it into the light. And that brings me to my last point. Have courage. It can be scary when we're challenging our very core belief systems. But listen, you have lived the years that you've lived so far. No one knows how much longer they're going to be on this earth. So live the rest of your time shining. Release the things that are holding you back. Do what's scary. It's okay if you don't have all the answers. It's okay if you don't know how it'll all come about. But start taking action. Sometimes you won't be clear on the path until you actually start moving forward. So be brave. You can do it. You're created to do it. It is your calling to do you, and you will have all of the divine support that you need in order to create the change you're looking for when you're intentionally aligning yourself with your life purpose. So, if you had a countdown clock that started today, right now, on the wall in your living room, and right now you looked up and you saw in red numbers that you only have 364 more days to live after today. That's only one more year. What would you do? How would you spend your time? What is the most important thing that you would be doing and sharing? How would you make a difference? What would you do when you looked up on the wall and you saw that you only had 200 more days? How would you be spending day number 139? How would you spend your time when your countdown read 59 days? If 59 days were all that you had left, how would you spend your time? What is the legacy that you want to leave the world? Of course, I know we would minister to our families and our loved ones, but is there a message you would give to them beyond your love for them? Is there something that not only your loved ones should know, but the world should know? This is something inside of you that you just know people should know. How would you spend your day the morning you woke up and saw you only had 9 days left? What would be your message to the world? What change would you make? So what is your message? Finding your voice is usually actually you speaking to yourself. So what is that deep truth that if you spoke it to yourself right this minute and you actually chose to believe it, that would change your life if you let it? Speak your truth every single day. Find a way, any way, but start now. Don't wait until you lose weight or heal or get some more education or whatever other excuses and reasonings that we can come up with as to why we aren't taking action every single dang day to get to the number one thing that we're supposed to bring out there. What are you supposed to be saying? What is your message? The best way to lose weight, get aligned, and stay motivated is to live your truth. This will always, always equal powerful life changes. When you begin walking out your calling, you will experience deep, deep soul satisfaction. You'll have better, more fulfilling relationships. You'll have full harmony, absolute harmony with your body, and you'll have access to unlimited creativity because it's divine and anointed in nature. And you will be attracting different people and different circumstances in your life, which is why you're here in this program. Remember that you're usually not speaking, though, to your relatives and your friends. Speak your truth to those people who are 100% jiving with you. Because many times we're held back because our parents or our friend or our spouse doesn't get our message or our truth. Our loved ones do fulfill a major role in our lives, but they may not be the ones that you're called to impact by your life message. So speak it anyway. What's the number one thing that you most desire to express to the world and impact the world with? How can you best start to express that today? And I'll give you this tip. When you're drilling down and you're kind of doing the work to think about what it is that you most want to express and what is your message and what is your divine calling, I'm telling you, if what you come up with feels extremely stressful, heavy, and does not create hope, then that's not your message or your soul purpose or your world impact. Again, it's one of those limiting beliefs or one of the things we think we should say or that we think we should do. It's not your core calling. Be aligned in everything you do and stay in your zone of genius. You can do this. You have a gift to give the world. I want to encourage and empower you to bring it. It makes the world that I, my children, you, and your loved ones live in a far better place when you are using your gifts and walking out your calling and living your soul purpose. We're waiting for you. You're a powerful creator. It's time to shine and use that to propel you towards all your goals and dreams.